Yeah, because you mentioned in an interview where you're like, man, I could deadlift 500. And I think it was an interview maybe in 2017, right around the time I think you turned IFBB pro. But you were saying like, yeah, you could deadlift 500 pounds, but that's not what, I'm not a power lifter. I'm not a weightlifter. I'm going in there with a purpose to build muscle. And those are two different things. So maybe, yeah, dive into that. Because I think that would be helpful for those listening, especially the younger folks.
Yeah. A lot of guys go in there and it's a couple of gyms here that are real big for that. It looks like a powerlifting gym, and some of the guys that do come in and powerlift, and so, but the younger guys come in there and think it's impressive to see, and it is. And they start and they get into it. You can see the physique looking. It's not even to me personally, to a bodybuilder, impressive to the eye. I'm thinking stage looking, you know what I'm saying, versus pretty much a block straight up, straight down. It's not even aesthetic looking. But some of these guys can move some incredible weight, and that is impressive. But once you leave that gym, then the mindset is, do you even lift, bro? One of those. I don't know if you ever seen those memes. So and I talked to a couple of guys that come in there, and I was like, yo, we thought that you would be lifting this. I'm like, I can, but why would I want to? I'm not here to impress you. Of course, I'm in the bodybuilding, so my avenue is this realm. I could carry less. I can go over there and work out with you guys and probably go pound for pound, but I have no need for that. Of course, also being 50, the last thing I want to do is my joints already got wear and tear. You talking about even more so trying to prove something? No, I've been there, done that. And so now it's all about contraction, squeeze, control, time on attention. And that's everything now. That's what a lot of younger generations is missing. They want to come in there and do these show muscles, things they can see. When they look in the mirror, that's all they want to work. Versus, working back. They don't do any hamstrings, any calf, any back, unless they see somebody doing it and like, wait a minute, I need to hit traps. Like when I do shrugs, nobody does shrugs anymore. You know what I'm saying? But when you go in there and start hitting a set of shrugs and they see you traps, then all of a sudden, it becomes trap nation. Everybody in the whole gym is in there.
Yes, that is facts. So give like a sample.
It goes back to, I guess, what the individual is trying to achieve when they come in the gym. And I'm a huge fan of bands, and I'm huge fans of drop sets. I'm normally by myself. I don't have a crew of guys coming in. That's another thing too. They got their bros, one of them. So, you go into the, oh bro, you're getting skinny. Oh bro, you should be doing this. And they buy into that, what their friends looking like and what they think that, they try to impress their friends versus doing what's best for them. So they try to figure out what I'm doing different. I'm like, I'm working, bro. I promise you, that's the difference. I go harder. That's all it is. They don't think I'm going hard because, of course, I'm making it look easy because I don't slam weight and I don't throw weight around and, killing my elbows. And that's what I tell this one guy I'm training now. I'm like, yo, slow the movement. Just because you're moving it fast, that's not impressive. You're not going to impress me unless you put 1,000 pounds on this bench, I promise you. So take that out your mind. You're not going to impress me, bro. I promise you. And the first time I trained that guy, he of course, he comes in the gym, I can bench press this. I'm like, that's fine, but we're going to put 25 on there. So we just had 95 pounds on the bench. And he's like, man, what are you doing? I know you like to warm up, but this is way too not enough. Of course, a couple of his homeboys walk in the gym, and he was like, well, how many reps? I'm like, 1. He was like, 1? I'm like, yeah, 1 minute. You can do this 95 pounds for 1 minute. Of course, it sounds easy. No problem. It's 95 pounds. So I put the phone on top of, as he's doing the bench. I'm like, all right, I'll start when you start. He started, he just kind of killing this rabbit punching it. And he got about 30 seconds and he hit a brick wall. Now it's time to work.
That's cool. And I think that's different. And we'll have people thinking a little bit like, maybe there's some things that I could maybe implement there that might be safer, maybe a little safer. Not, exactly. Guys, this longevity, right? Quality of life. I'm talking to a guy in his 50s, barely walked out with no major injuries, right, Martin?
None.
That's something to do with training, because you got young guys just completely broken, 20s, early 20s, completely.
Knees. I'm like, yo, how in the world did you blow out your knee? And all of the muscle tie-ins to the knees just shattered. I'm like, what were you doing? You just in that gym trying to show everybody they can move some weight. Instead, I'm like, yo, come on, man. It ain't about that, bro. It ain't about that.
You have to cut carbs lower and lower as you approach the show. Exactly.
I never go 0 carbs. I did. It's crazy. I just had this conversation yesterday. It's been one time I've gone almost 0 carbs. I even went to the point where, you kind of cut the sodium out, cut the sugar out. I even boiled my chicken in distilled water to get all the sodium out.